Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry, and this I like to call Let's Open Some Toys. This is episode 31, if you can believe that. Second show of the new year. Hope everyone's had a great, first whole week back to work or school. It's been a rough one for I know a lot of people. But yeah, I would say hello to the chat, but we have only a few people watching, so I'm gonna kind of wait for people to kind of stumble in. But if you have hmm, this is your first time attending my live stream, I do this every Saturday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we talk about toys, open toys usually. Sometimes build toys. What is up? What's up, Johnny? How's it going, brother? How you been, man? Been another. Oh, I think I ate a little too fast. I was trying to rush to get my food in my belly before I came on tonight. Not a lot to open up tonight. If I didn't have something come in, I was actually planning on starting to open up some of Trish's or Chaos. This is Godzilla's, but we will not be opening those tonight. Those are spared again because at the last minute today, an order I made last week actually finally arrived today, even though it was scheduled to arrive Thursday. So I wasn't sure I was going to make it. That's good to hear, Johnny. I'm glad you've been good. I know you were sick a little while back. So who else we have in the chat? We have Anna, or is it Anna? Anna Lynn Wilson. My sister her name is Anna as well. So I don't know if you go by Anna or Anna. But nice to have you here. And we have Silva. What's going on? How are you doing? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Watching from Morocco. Wow, interesting. Well, welcome. Well, I talk about action figures and toys. As the show is called. Let's open some toys. Okay. But yeah, I usually open up an action figure or two or three, depending on what I got in that week, or stuff I may have had just sitting around that I haven't opened yet, like stuff behind me. But today is something new. Today is, even though it's a like maybe I think 2 Christmases ago release from Four Horsemen Studios, this is the Figure Obscura Ghosts of Christmas Past. It's the second in their Christmas Carol figures that they've done. People were really disappointed that this year they didn't do a Christmas Carol character. They just went to the Nutcracker, and we got the Mouse King, which is an excellent figure in my opinion. I call you Joseph. Okay, nice to meet you, Joseph, from watching from Morocco. And we have Anthony Thomas. How's it going, buddy? You're doing well tonight. You never had an action figure in your life. Really? I mean, I don't know what your age range is, but I'm in my 40s, so I grew up. Is that says it's 2:06 there. Is that in the morning? I take it. I would assume it's in the morning, which means you probably should go to bed. It's too late if it's 2 a.m. And he's 23. Well, yeah, there's a lot of guys your age that probably grew up with no action figures because there's a lot of kids your age that and it's a.m. A lot of kids or people your age now didn't probably grow up with action figures because tablets and computers were like a normal thing. Unfortunately, I was born and raised in the 80s and 90s. Video games were still kind of a new thing. There was no online, and there was no internet until like mid late 90s. late 90s, early 2000s when it really kind of got everywhere. But yeah, so this is also obviously intended for adult collectors. But this is, if you're not familiar, Figure Obscura is from a toy company called Four Horsemen Studios, who have been in the industry for a few decades. Don't remember exactly when they started, but some of the first things they did was work with Mattel, sculpting figures for Mattel's Masters of the Universe line when they rebooted it in the early 2000s, probably around the time you were born, Joseph. Uh, do I have any supernatural figures? Well, I mean, this is technically a ghost. So it's Ghost of Christmas Past. Plus, I have the ghost of Jacob Marley back there. Uh, there's like a deity. And I guess other supernatural ones would be vampires. I got some vampires from Four Horsemen Studios' Mythic Legions. So I guess the Jersey Devil would count as well. My girlfriend Chaos there in the chat. I actually need to get her set up somehow to monitor eventually because I have to monitor this all myself at the moment. But yeah, so if you're not familiar, Figure Obscura comes in these awesome boxes with beautiful artwork, and they're magnetic. Shuts right on here. So, but this whole piece here comes right off. See, that's the whole outside of it, and this is the inside of that covering. Nice little party scene from A Christmas Carol from when Ebenezer Scrooge was a young man. And of course, then you have the base box with the figure in it. Beautiful artwork all around. It says, at the top here says Figure Obscura. They currently, the only place I think you can get her now currently would be on Big Bad Toy Store or maybe some other fan channels. There's another version that is a Haunting Blue, which is just like that Jacob Marley behind me. That same kind of blue, because that is the retailer appreciation version. But this is the original release version, so more palish kind of skin tone. But also tonight, besides opening her up, I want to talk about, even though other streams have talked about it, is the Four Horsemen. I'm going to bring this up actually. What they put up for pre-order for their Cosmic Legions, their Cosmic Character Pack 2. They're all up right now for pre-order. And they have, all there really are mostly just heads and other accessories, but you can get them with the original figures that they're based to go with to kind of make other characters. As you can see here, these are all the newest offerings up for pre-order. Each head pack or character pack, upgrade pack, most of which are $10 a piece, except for 3 of them, which are $15 a piece, which is this War Tour the Mad upgrade pack and Operator, which is their Many Faces tribute figure. That one's also 15, and this one down here with the Tusk Soldiers upgrade, just 3 heads because it goes with 3 different figures. But yeah, majority of which are $10 a piece. Usually have a couple heads, maybe different face plates, extra hands, maybe feet, some other accessories. Have not pre-ordered any of these yet. Or of course, you can also get them with the characters they're based off of, and some other figures that they're technically not, but they will work well with. So yeah, but for a bit cheaper than you could get them off the normal retail sites like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth or wherever you get your Four Horsemen, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions figures from. So we'll look into that a bit more and how I feel about it, considering I only have like 2 figures that they show on here already. So, but we'll go ahead and we'll get my mouse back where I need to be. into this lovely thing and take a closer look at her. Now, if I can just find my pocket knife. Yep, there it is hiding. Sorry, my desk is a bit cluttered. Thankfully, you cannot see it. Let's see. Keep look at the chat since I was rambling. So he says here, it's like, you got a good vibe, bro. And you got yourself a thank you very much, Joseph. I appreciate that a lot. Says, wow, she looks like the White Queen. Mr. Ryan Clark, how is it going, my friend? How are you this evening? Hope everything is well on your end. Joseph, do you have some Marvel ones? Myself, the only Marvel figures I have is a Marvel Legends Stan Lee figure that is still in box, and a Paul Rudd Ant-Man figure from the first, I think it's from the first Ant-Man movie. It's either, yeah, because it was the first release that they did, because I had to have that Paul Rudd smirk on his face. But those are the only ones I have. We do have more, but they are all put up. I gave all the rest of them to my girlfriend because, I can't get a figure and not army build. To finish the Build-A-Figure, because all those, like especially the Ant-Man, I ended up picking up the rest of the wave just so I could pick up, or so I could complete the Build-A-Figure. The same thing when I had some trades with a friend from work. I know I missed the tape. So I could finish the Hulkbuster armor. So, but yeah, because I'm a stickler for that. I went hunting for those figures, and she says she is the Marvel girl. Yes, you are. Now I could actually do something on here, and I gotta figure out how to do this. So I think I can. Yeah, I know what. I can just click this, and that way, in case, because this is streaming on two different ends. It's streaming vertically in the the Shorts feed. I have to remember what platform I'm on, and it's also on the regular long ways. So for those who are confused why you can't see some of the chats popping up, well, that's because they're either A, on their phone, or B, whatever, they're on whatever device you're not on. So I'm gonna have this up here in the corner, if I can get my finger where it needs to be at. Yeah, right there, as you can see. Now, if you want, you can see the chat there for everybody else that may be on the computer and or not. What is up? What do I have here? What is that? I don't know why there's a question mark on your name. That is so odd. But yeah, so it's, I hope Mr. Ryan Clark is still here. But anyway, so yes, without further ado, let's crack her open. That came out wrong. Let's open up this figure. Sorry, I did have one alcoholic beverage tonight. You should try some Moroccan food someday. I've had Mediterranean food. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I've had other kind of I've had a lot of Mediterranean food in the past, especially recently at this. But I don't know. I have to look up some recipes for some Moroccan stuff. So, okay. I had stuff blinking. I should turn off the volume on some of my stuff. Actually, where is my face phone? I know it's sitting somewhere. Anyhow, here we go. That just came right off. So there's two trays. So the main tray and the lamppost just flew right out of it. We got this nice lamppost, very Victorian style. It's got the snow on the bottom of it, like it's frosted a bit. I really love the attention to detail on the sculpting on this thing. I'm guessing it's meant to be a little kind of crooked at the top. Yes, definitely meant to be like that. Very, get my face not to and let it focus on the actual thing. The camera likes my face better than it likes anything else. There it goes. So you can see better detail on this. Really cool. I like it a lot. Very old Victorian because they didn't have certain technologies that we have. I like candles everywhere. And she is very simply held in by two twist ties. Just speak tonight. But yeah, here we go. Let's get her out of here. Got little plastic pieces falling everywhere. So here we have her out of the box. Mr. Ryan Clark says, be careful with her ankle joints. I posed mine for a flying pose once, and they've been loose ever since. Ah, thanks for the warning. I don't. One of the ankles is kind of already kind of forced face down, so I'll definitely want to heat her up a little bit before I start messing around. Now she's got really beautiful soft goods on her. It's very sheer. This is, she's a ghost, so I would expect it to be. There we go. Look at that detail looking up. Love the crown on her. Just keep it off my face and onto her. Great. But yeah, the material's pretty sheer. Yes, Chaos says she loves the dress. And she has. I'm very curious because I was always wondering how the arms were on here. So it's this whole weird other piece. Obviously, they figured out a better way to do that with Ganesha. Because he's a four-arm figure. And I'm already wrapping up the other arm. You can't even see it. Her little cape here is all wired. Man, it's like multiple layers. I didn't realize it was that much. It's got a nice little design here at the bottom. Also, a little bit on the silver belt here. Got a nice little wash on the hair. But yeah, very beautifully painted. I love what they've done here with the crown. And this is removable, right? It's not. Is that part of her hair? Yeah, it's part of her hair. All right, so I was gonna try to pry that off. Good thing I didn't. So, but the hair will come off the head, I believe. But yeah, she's got four arms, and this is the piece that plugs on the back that allows the other two arms to be there. If you're not familiar, articulation, I'm kind of afraid to touch it because I haven't warmed her up yet. Because I don't want to snap the joints. Because some of these figures, when they've been, because like I said, this just arrived today. So you have the hinge here at the shoulder, got full rotation. You got a single joint swivel at the elbows. You got the vertical hinges. No, lateral hinges. No, vertical hinges on the wrist with these kind of sprawled out hands. She has gripping hands on her other arms here, which are the same hinges. There is a waist cut here that I can feel under her ribs. There should be also so it's like a diaphragm cut. So that should work well. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I'm gonna get my face out of the way so I can focus more on her, not my face. But yeah, Four Horsemen Studios does really good work. These, I think she was still like 40 something bucks. So they're not cheap like Marvel Legends, even though they keep going up in price. But they are a bit more expensive. But yeah, she's got really nice soft goods, really. Sorry, I'm just a little tired for some odd reason today. She does have hinge here at the thigh, which doesn't go all the way up, unfortunately, at the moment, because I think I got things in the way. That's as far as it wants to go. Does kick forward. That's as far as we'll kick back. Yeah, single joint and twist at the knee. There is a, you can tell here for the articulation, there is a twist here at the ankle plus the hinge and front. Like I say it, front facing walk, front facing rocker. If I can talk today. Yeah, it's blue gray. Yes, it is. It is a very blue gray, or more like kind of like a bluish gray with like the white highlights all up in it. It just would focus more on the figure and not my face. It'd be great. But yeah, so everything here is wired. The little belt here is wired as well. The bottom here of the skirt, the cape piece, that is great. So the base figure is what I pretty much expected. I was really curious about this because I haven't really seen any reviews for this figure, even though this is like a couple years old now. But that just plugs into this spot in the back. If you're not familiar, there's usually a few ports. There's usually 2 ports around the shoulders for pauldrons on Four Horsemen type of figures, and then there's this rectangular port for other kind of accessories or adapters like this piece here. So you see how those arms are attached. But yeah, she's really nicely painted. I love how there's actually even shading on her feet a little bit. You get a little bit of red. There we go. Get a little bit of shading on the feet. You have your standard peg holes, which don't ask me the size of those. I never remember. I can never remember. That's the base figure there. She does have a bunch of other accessories besides the lampposts. She does have 2 extra heads. One being this more kind of, well, I mean, they're both kind of. Got the white eyes, kind of melted flesh, because it did not red Dickens. I mean, if you want me to, I can read the little, blurb that's on the back of the box of the thing. I believe it is from the book. So yeah, so you get a better look at that. So that's one of the extra heads, and yes, the hair does come off. So that way you can pop it off and swap it. Because the other head doesn't have the hair. It has one eye. Get it to focus on it. Because I have too much stuff in my hands, I can't get everything focused. So this other head. Come on now. Come on, camera, work with me today. Sometimes it wants to cooperate, other times it does not. But it's got one white eye, one standard eye, kind of half melted face, because he's kind of like a candle. If you've ever read the excerpt, like I said, I can read the excerpt. It says what she kind of looks like the queen from Lord of the Rings. Yes, I got it. I read it. I know you didn't write it right like that, but yeah, I got it. I do that all the time. I miswrite words all the time. So that's cool. But like I said, the hair comes off, so you can take it off. I'll attempt to take the one with the crown off later. But we'll put this one back on. Just plugs right into there. And there we have. Please focus on. Please. Please. Yeah, it is. And like I'll quote every other person that's I've talked to that's been in the Legions a lot longer than I am. There is no bad Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, figure obscura figure. They just get better. So, and they've been doing, I don't want to get the years wrong. I know they've been doing this line for a bit. I don't know how, because there's what? I'm trying to do the math. How many of these Christmas ones they've done? Because there's Father Christmas, there was Krampus, Ghost. There's Jacob Marley. It's 3. I have the blanked out eyes and with the crown here on mine. That's cool. I don't know if that might be how I do this with her. I'm not for sure. I might actually just do the partly melted, partly not face. Yeah, I don't know with the crown. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, just because she's gonna go up there with the other Christmas ones. So, but that's the other heads with her. Go ahead and put that back down. And she had, like I said, she has more things, tons more things. Oh, so we got. If I can get it out of here. Well, actually, looks like there's one other head. Now this is in a black bag, and this is meant, which was actually told to me by my friend Mr. Ryan Clark, when he joined me a few weeks back. That I didn't realize they did this, but every drop for their Christmas one, there's always a bonus head that they don't promote, they don't show in any of the stuff. And this was theirs for that year for this one in this black bag here, and this is this very intense. You know, if I can get it to focus, it needs to focus. It really deserves to be focused. Right. Yes, Joseph. Look at that. And I'm sure this hair pops off too, right? Yes. So if you wanted to, you could just put the white hair on this figure instead of the black. And then you got that going. But very vampiric, I should say. But yeah, this head is not usually meant to be shown until on Christmas, if not right after Christmas. But luckily, this is old news for this figure. This is a few years old, um, or at least a year old. Did this one come out? No, was this the year before? Was this 2024's release? I don't know. Or was that Marley? I want to say Marley was first, right? But she also has, as depicted in the book, she has her little sprig of holly. We can please try this again. Boom. My camera does not want to cooperate with me today. If I can, there it goes. Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Because just like looking at the math, I'm like thinking like she had to be 2024. Because that means Jacob was 23, right? Was Father Christmas before Krampus, or did they start with Krampus? Mr. Ryan Clark would know, or at least he'd be close to knowing. Now, as we saw before, what the first thing that came out was this. Also has this nice little base of the street with a nice pile of snow. You guess. Tightly fit on there. Sits there. Nice little piece of display. But yes, 2024. So we're well past the embargo date. Yes, we are. The one with the Mouse King was the Nutcracker head, which I have not used yet. I will at some point, but I have yet to do it. Also, if I can get this piece out, which I'm going to struggle with. Oh no, please tell me I didn't break that. Okay, no, it's on a chain. Oh. So she also comes with this lovely piece here. So Ryan Clark says Krampus was first in Father Christmas, and okay, that's what I figured. I always figured that the more hideous one was the first one. But here we go. You got a nice little, candle extinguisher, because in the book she's depicted as having like a glowing, kind of almost burning head, but it's ever changing. Never. Sometimes it's in focus. Other times it's like that's why there's multiple heads where it's melting, and this is used in the book to extinguish her, to get her away, because Ebenezer can't take it no more. But there is an additional piece to this. Maybe not to this, but it's a more substantial. It probably fits more around the head. I don't know how that attaches. I'll have to look at the box again. But you have a nice little candle piece, a candle extinguisher, and you have this nice Looks like the same type of thing, but more of a handheld one, I believe, because it's the same kind of design. It's very beautiful silver paint, or maybe it's gray. No, it's a nice silver on this lovely gold. Kind of a flat, not like that flat. Kind of like a brushed kind of gold. Really dig that. That's really cool. Really light. Figure out that. And she has also an absorbent amount of hands. You know, people like to give Super 7 some hell for how many hands they usually pack with their figures, which actually it's gotten a lot less. We also, with every Figure Obscura figure that ever comes out, they have these lovely books. Crack her open. Oh, besides, I almost forgot all the extra hands. We get some kind of more clawing hands. We got a pair of fists down here, and some lateral hinges for gripping hands as well. So, love options for display, and Mr. Ryan Clark knows because he's a wonderful toy photographer. And if you have not checked out and do not know who Mr. Ryan Clark is, I suggest you go find him on Instagram and check out his stuff. He's at Mr. Ryan Clark. He is an amazing toy photographer, and I like to consider him a new friend. I love getting to talk to him and talk toys when we can. So, like to take a closer look at this book. Again, that very beautiful illustration. Got the Four Horsemen logo there. SourceHorseman.com for any information. You know, hey man, I'm always here to help promote you, man. Like I said, you and anyone else that wants to come on. If you didn't catch, last night I actually made an impromptu guest appearance on New to Mythic's little impromptu live stream. They were talking. I missed out on the talk. I mean, I was watching when you were talking about movies and stuff. Kind of made it in when you were talking about the new stuff, that Cosmics. They announced for the whole character packs. You got a bunch of story pieces in here. I'm not sure if it's the whole story. It might be. It might be the whole Christmas Carol, or at least maybe part of that book when she's around. I'll have to read through it. It's got this very, again, more of that beautiful artwork in it. Very robust. Got a nice little thickness to it, at least in my opinion. So probably one of my favorite things that this comes with. Ganesha's was nice. The Mouse King was really good. Jacob's was really good. And I haven't looked through the Father Christmas one though yet. So I definitely want to look through that. So, but there it is. That's her, everybody. The Ghosts of Christmas Past. Do you think so? Do you think this is the one I should have gotten? Should I have gotten the Haunting Blue one? I like this one. I picked her up on New Year's Eve before they took her off the sale. They were removing all those Figure Obscuras off of their website. So I went ahead and like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get her. If I ever get a chance to pick up Krampus, then I'll have all the Christmas ones. I wasn't looking at getting all of the holiday ones. I don't have any of the Halloween ones, unless you want to count the Jersey Devil, but I don't think that counts. Chaos says the blue one is cool too. Again, that one I can find on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm sure it's still on there. Maybe if they have her at the figure fair at this year's Legion's Con, maybe I'll pick her up then. I prefer that version over the blue. Did you get Jacob Marley? I have the blue one. That was the one because I couldn't remember which one, because they had both of them at Legion's Con, but I couldn't remember which one, which box was the one for the original release. So I end up I just picked one, just kind of flipped a coin. And she said cryptids count for Halloween. Okay, well that's what she says. Possibly. I don't know why this question mark pops up. I can't click on it, so it's really weird. Yeah, so I kind of did want the original one, but I really like the Haunting Blue one. Yeah, top 100 reel. Welcome to the show, buddy. Just double tapped the screen with my tip. Your tip. I can well here's the thing, it's like I don't get monetization, so I can't get super chats. So I don't have the subscriber base for that yet. I've only been doing the live streams for a year now. Can you believe it? It's been a year since I started. Okay. I probably don't want to see that again. Okay, I got the original Marley with the Ghost Xmas, the Ghost of Xmas Past last year when my addictions. Yeah, uh yeah. That's hilarious. Ah, God. When did my addiction start? I guess it was with Lee Odysseus. He was the first one, but the first ones I got in was the two Armor Knights and the Green Armory Knights, and then there was Greg just told me when we were talking what that other character's name was that was from the year before 2-pack with the big antlers on him. I can't remember his name now. Driving me nuts. What I get for having a little bit of whiskey tonight. I'm all over the place today. Okay. I have to teach myself not to click on every chat that pops up. So he is gone because I am not comfortable with that. I mean, this is a 13 and up show, but Chaos says I want it Grogu. Gorgo. I have Gorgo. He's pretty well actually where is Gorgo? Oh no, they fell over. Gorgo and Attila, because Gorgo just fell over. But no, there was the other one. Was the first one? Was the orc guy in the green that has the same pauldron that the Monkey King has. Yeah, or the ogre, not orc. His ogre guy. He's back there though. But since you mentioned Attila, I look over like, where is Attila? Him and Gorgo and Attila fell over. I have to pick them up. So, yay! That's what I get for playing with them yesterday. But I was stating that last night I was on for a little bit, actually for like a couple hours when I popped on. I was on New to Mythic's little Unprop2 live stream, and we were talking about, I'm going to bring this back up on here, the Cosmic Character Packs, Cosmic Character 2, Character Packs 2 pre-orders that they announced a couple days ago. Actually, yesterday, wasn't it? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday when they announced it, but it went up for pre-order last night or yesterday afternoon, right? It was like noon, usually when these things go up, or maybe 11. I can never remember. I was at work when they went up. So I didn't see anything about it until a bit later. Yeah, I was like, yeah, don't worry about him. He won't be back. What is up, Nico? How you doing tonight? Have some, yeah, right. But so here we go. We got the Cosmic Character Packs 2 pre-order. Now, like I said before, I currently only have 2 figures that these things go with. So I'm more in line of getting some of these combos, even though these zombie pieces here, I can get and not have to worry and just put them on any other Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions figure. Because these look amazing. I don't know who this is, and I don't know who 2J is. Anyhow. Says I have the pilot and operative. I'm considering ordering the heavy gunner bundle. Yeah, that would be. Let's go back to that. Let's see. Are we talking about this set or hang on, heavy gunner bundle? Should say right because that's operative. You said because you said you have the pilot. So you okay? That'd be this guy here. Yeah, you're just thinking about this guy. See, I don't have any of those. So I'm more inclined of getting the whole all three. And I was kind of I'm gonna feel really bad about remembering who this person's name was. Uh but he pretty much convinced me about getting the whole 3-pack for the $135 because you're practically just getting the extra head accessory, the extra character pack for free. I would hate to get one figure and 2 extra heads, but since you already have those figures, I get it. That works. Or at least you already have the pilot. Because he, what is that one called, the operative? No, because he's the gravekeeper. Because he's cool. Because I do like that blue. But yeah, I don't know. It's just hard for me to. Yeah, and everyone's really good at enabling me to make these large purchases. Considering I did pre-order that Dawns of Discovery on Store Horseman, so I have not made a decision. I'm actually kind of surprised these have not the character combo packs have not sold out yet. But because the only figures I have is Novan Lean, Novan, yeah, is it Novan Lean, and I have the where is he at? There he is. The Experiment CC24. I have those because we lovingly call them the Predator cousins, especially the Experiment one. Because because that's the test shot I got was of Novoline. Novum. 4 Horsemen. I love you guys, but these names are so difficult for me to pronounce. But the snake parts on here look really cool. I know they've released these before, but in blue with the first character packs. But the fact that it comes with this, lower piece, so you can actually be able to attach that tail, is really cool. I really love this figure, though. The one thing I think the one thing that I don't like is that little whole peg system they have for these weapons because they're just an additional little peg, like a little translucent peg, and I'm afraid I'm gonna end up losing those. I mean, I get they're supposed to like represent magnets or something, but I almost kind of rather either be a peg already on the belt or peg already attached to the gun or something. I mean, I know because I know the ones on my for my test shot were kind of loose, but then again, those were test shots. I mean, look at these original heads. I mean, just for that, let's go back. Actually, let's go to the experiment one. This one was one of my favorites. I just love that paint scheme on this guy. Click on that. I mean, I wish I could zoom in. I can't zoom in. I mean, I can actually embiggen this though. go ahead and just maximize that a little bit. Yeah, I have a bunch of like little set bags for accessories I picked up, little Ziploc ones. Actually, I use that for all my Super 7 ones because, I don't keep them. I don't keep the boxes for that at all. Yeah, chaos. I want more. this the scat back and more puppies and worm guys. I know, I know. We've talked about that. So, but yeah, he's cool. I love that they even shown. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Love they show him on the mythic figure here. How well that looks on that. So with any of these character packs, the options are pretty much endless. But that's like pretty much anything from Four Horsemen. It's everything from both. I actually have that figure. Everything from these lines are all interchangeable for both Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figure Obscura. Now, obviously, some are like some 1.0 parts might not work. You have to get some like other additional pieces. I think there's like a different neck on some of them. Like, I know one of these other ones comes with a different neck. Which one was it that came with a different neck? It was this one comes with a neck, but that's a similar neck that came with Novan Link with the experiment, not Novan Link figure. Actually, was it the same one that came with Novan Link? She comes with a different neck peg, but I can't tell if that's a hinge. But I could have sworn there was another. It was this one. Yes, this one comes with an extra neck peg for the Soldier's Upgrade pack. And so because that extra hinge helps with apparently this is meant for this one here, for the heavy gunner. I just get a bunch of these and just paint this all different colors, this one head. I would totally just do that because I know people talking about it looks like the Big Daddy from BioShock. It's so cool. And this one also looks really cool. Very stern, really pissed off. Love it. So yeah, is Mr. Ryan Clark? Are you getting any of these? Besides the the heavy gunner bundle, are you getting anything else besides that, or is that where you're drawing the line? I would love to know. I'm actually tempted to get the Manny Faces one because I did pass on that initially, and since I don't have the cosmic version of War Tour the Mad, I do have the uh, mythic one. From the single release. This may be one I pick up, and maybe three or more sets of just the zombie parts, just because I know I can get some use out of them on other figures. Yeah, Mr. Ryan Clark says probably the Manny Faces Heads pack. Yeah. So I'm kind of leaning towards uh, the whole combo pack here for the $135. Probably this combo pack and the Engineer combo pack. War Tour. I'm still on the fence for Many Faces. The Many Faces one, I probably will, and then I'll get a couple of the Snake upgrade packs, and like I said, probably like 3 or 4 of the zombie ones. That's probably where I'm going to go. I don't know. We don't even have a whole month to pre-order these. This does end. Does it say when it ends? Actually, no, it should say on one of these. It should say here when it ends. It ends. Yeah, it started yesterday, yesterday on the 9th, and it ends Sunday, January 25th. So I better make my decisions before all the combo packs sell out at least the ones I want. So I'm tempted by some of the other bundles, but I have to factor the exchange rate into my ordering. I know. Me as I'm trying to save up for Legion's Con, and it's not going to help me much if I keep spending on more figures. I have been saving up since the last Legion's Con, so but like I said, we have till the 25th, not even a full month, so really only like a couple weeks or so before this pre-order window ends. And now the combo packs, if I should say this, these are on figures. These are for figures that they already have in that they have. What they because they're not making any extra ones for these combo packs. So once these figures, the combo packs, once they get all those orders for those for what stock they have, that's it. But they will ship them with the other heads, so they'll hold those in place until the character packs are in stock to send with those combo packs with the figures. So you're not just getting the figure first and then having to wait for however long it's going to take for these. I don't see these taking super long, even though they are very new. And we were talking about this guy. Looks very Mass Effect. It's kind of very reminiscent of Garrus from Mass Effect a bit. Not as rocky or scaly, in my opinion, but just the overall like angle and kind of how these kind of tendrils here are. This might remind me a lot of Garrus from the Mass Effect games. So me is just trying to factor in how many do I really want? How much can I really afford to get right now? And do I just do it here and pay up front? If I can't, do I just go ahead and do it on Big Bad and risk it coming in and I'm not having the money then for it? And then also obviously paying a little bit more because it is cheaper when you do the pre-orders off of Store Horseman itself opposed to their retail partners like Big Bad Toy Store. So, of course, they have $10 flat rate shipping, while Big Bad has a $4 flat rate. Plus, you can also just leave the stuff in your pile of loot for more things. So, yeah, I'm looking at one of these, one of her, one of him, one of him, one of her, and probably 2 of the snakes and 4 additional. Yeah, I think I'm going to settle on 4 additional of the zombie ones. I will let you know how much that costs. I'm not doing the math right now. And that's if I actually do finalize it. I will update you all on that on a later date, probably. Maybe on Instagram. I don't know. I have not decided how that's going to work. Go ahead and minimize that back. Bring my beautiful face back on the screen. That for right now, but it also kind of want to take a look because I haven't checked this in a while. I've not looked at Big Bad Toy Store's offerings in a minute because I was kind of, I don't know, on the fence for that Gong Studios Batman, but luckily when I did look, he was already sold out. So, but they just did announce a Superman. I don't think he is on here. If I can even type. That is not right. I'm trying to find it here first. Right now, it's just showing Transformers for some odd reason. Okay, let's see. Bring this back up. Let's see if I can't find what I'm looking for here. There's statues, which every high Superman they have listed is sold out except for one statue, which is over $1,000. So they do not have that Gong Studios Superman they just really revealed. I don't want to go. I don't want to bring up my Instagram right now. So that was kind of a waste right there. All right, man. Good night, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, brother. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi and hanging out in the chat a little bit. I don't know what is with me today. I actually slept pretty decently last night. So messed up. But yeah, man, you have a good evening, brother. I will catch you on another day, hopefully on another stream. But yeah, so we are 56 minutes into the show. Does anyone in the chat have any, I don't know, if you're new, questions about, or maybe you have some insight on some Four Horsemen stuff? What are you looking forward to if you collect Cosmic Legions out of these character packs? These character upgrade packs and stuff? If not, I think we're gonna call it a night. I am exhausted for some odd reason. I didn't do a whole lot today. We did try to do a toy hunt earlier. We went to Best Buy. I was kind of on a hunt for something. Best Buy didn't have anything new figure wise, at least at my Best Buy. We went to Target for a little bit. There wasn't really anything new there, but they did have those Spin Masters retro Superman the movie figures on clearance for like $4. But it's so tempting to get, but they were missing 2 out of the 6 figures. So I decided against that. They were missing Lois Lane and then Jor-El in the black robes from the beginning of the movie when they were sentencing. Why can I not speak? Sentencing. Anyhow, this should be a clip I should put up on the Instagram. Me fumbling my words all day. But anyhow, so plans. Maybe I should talk about plans for the next show. No real plans. I don't have anything due to come in. I didn't really initially have anything I knew of that was due to come in, except for I have not gotten a notification of shipping yet, but it says it should arrive Tuesday, and that is, you know what? Let me see if I can't bring that up on here. I'm not logged in on it, but I'll see if I can. Hey, you know what? Let me get rid of that off the screen real quick. She wants me to open it. Chaos says, "Well, open Godzilla's." You're just gonna want me to put him back in the box. So, I mean, as much as I know you want me to start opening those up, I'm gonna see if I can't find. Oh, come on. Let's see. Origins. Here we go. All right, so we'll bring this back up. So I have looked at my order on my phone earlier today, and this, I've seen some people already getting this in on Instagram. This is the kind of retro origins. Actually, let me get that really big here. Bring this, make that full screen. This kind of more, I guess, what they kind of showed initially. Castle Grayskull. which is an Amazon exclusive. The Masters of the Universe Vintage Castle Grayskull playset with display mat and Spaceman figure, drawbridge, and other features and accessories Amazon exclusive. So this apparently will be arriving on Tuesday. So I'll have that probably if it actually does arrive when it says it is. It has not said it was shipped out yet, but considering there's so many Amazon facilities near me, I wouldn't be surprised it's just already in stock there and just waiting to ship. So I do have the original Origins. I don't have the original Castle Grayskull, but I have the first release Origins one that came with the white Sorceress figure. Again, I am a child of the 80s. This is what we grew up with because even the artwork's very vintage. There's a little video in there. I'm not going to play the video clip. But yeah, this lovely thing, it will be shipping out hopefully soon. So I definitely should have that next week if everything goes as planned. Let me get my stuff back on the right screen. There we go. So if everything goes as planned, this should be in and I'll have that to open. But if not, I will start opening up some Godzillas. I will probably start with the Wave 1 of Super 7's Ultimate Godzillas, which is Godzilla and Balanti. I don't remember what year Godzilla that is. Trish Chaos would know. But I'm going to get off of here because, unfortunately, I need to use the potty. So without further ado, I hope everyone has a great evening. I'm going to remove that. A great rest of your all's weekend. And I will catch you all next Saturday night on Let's Open Some Toys here on Larry's Geeky World, where I am Larry. And if you like what I do on this show, you like my live streams, you like my other stuff, if you've seen any of my other shorts or the toy reviews I've done in the past, which I have not done, I do kind of want to get back into that. Maybe I'll start shooting some stuff after I do my little live streams. And hopefully have those up in the middle of the weeks or something like that to kind of keep everything going. There's a lot of things I want to try to get back into. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend. And if you, like I said, if you do like what I do here, please hit that like button. Please hit subscribe. Like I said, I'm here every Saturday unless I'm going to an FC game. So without further ado, good night, everyone. Peace.